coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News starts now.
A social media post making fun of people with Down syndrome led to 2 employees with the Montauk County Sheriff's Office getting fired. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Emily Spain. Thanks for joining us. KOMU 8's Kasha Carriage is here in the studio with more on what the Facebook post said and the county's response.
Emily, this picture was posted by Dylan Davenport, a jail employee in Montauk County. He referred to people with mental disabilities in a picture saying, quote, "It's a Downs party." Tagged in the post was Lieutenant Kevin Morse. Both have been fired. I spoke with the Montauk County Sheriff about what this means for social media policies. I also got reaction from those offended by the post. In a normally quiet town of California, the Montauk County Sheriff's Office heard quite the talk on Facebook. Viewers sent KOMU screenshots of the post, which have since been deleted. The employees appear to mock people with Down syndrome.
I myself found it offensive.
One Facebook user saw the post after his family friend, who has fetal alcohol syndrome, saw it and showed him. Tyler Davis went to high school with the man who posted the picture.
I immediately messaged him and I asked him what was up. And like 5 minutes later, he blocked me.
Davis's post has hundreds of comments and shares and even got his account shut down for a day.
I didn't want it to come down to this. I wanted something to be done, but this is just not a joking matter.
The Montauk County Sheriff says he does not monitor all employees' social media accounts, but the office does have a strict policy.
In our position, we hold the public trust. The public trusts us to do our job correctly. And when things like this come up and it tarnishes our reputation as a sheriff's office.
Davis says that although the Facebook post was offensive, he knows this post does not reflect all of law enforcement.
I'm with law enforcement. I support them, but I don't support people that wear a badge and do this kind of stuff.
Davis thinks the Montauk Sheriff's Office handled it very well and quickly.
The disabled can't defend themselves. They can't stand up for themselves. And somebody has to, and that's why I took it upon myself to do that.
The original Facebook post happened last Tuesday, almost a week ago, but it wasn't until today that the employees were fired. In the studio, Kasha Carriage, KOMU 8 News.
Miller County deputies are searching for a man on the run. Today, they got help from state troopers and a helicopter in the search to find him, but no luck. They will continue to patrol the area. The suspect is described as a white man, 6 foot 4 inches tall and 200 pounds. He's wearing a brown jacket and black pants. Anyone with information should contact the Miller County Sheriff's Office. Columbia firefighters responded to a call for carbon monoxide poisoning inside a building downtown. It happened yesterday when a construction crew was working on a building on Broadway that used a gas-powered generator. Gas monitors confirmed elevated levels of carbon monoxide in the air. The crew turned off the generator and ventilated the building to remove the gas. Flooding in Missouri along the Mississippi River is still affecting the Midwest. Roads everywhere are still closed. Columbia is also affected. The South Smith Hatchery Road at the West Dothage Road point is closed just north of the Little Bond Femme Creek. The road between Soft Pit Hill and Gardner is also closed. The bridge over Silver Fork Creek north of the intersection of Old Highway 63 and Lipscomb Road is also closed to all traffic. Boone County Public Works are urging drivers to use alternate routes and to not move those barricades.
So let's go ahead and take a look at some of that flooding right now. And you can see we still have river flood warnings throughout the entire Missouri River and over on the Mississippi as well. And that Mississippi is even extending a bit into Missouri. You can see all of St. Louis under that flood warning too, where they have moderate to major flooding along the Mississippi River. For us though, here still we're at major flooding at Glasgow. This just happened actually yesterday evening, about 24 hours ago. Got above 32 feet. That's the major flood stage there. Otherwise moderate flooding over in Miami, Jefferson City, and over into Herman still at this hour also. Now all of these levels, these gauges along the Missouri River are cresting now or have already crested, which meaning that now they're going to start going down, but they are all going to remain above flood stage, which is at least minor level flooding. That's going to continue through the rest of this week. I'm tracking more rain in our forecast too. It's coming up later.
Okay, Kenton, thank you very much. It could become harder to amend the state's constitution if one lawmaker has his way. KOMU 8's David Estrada is live at the Capitol to tell us the idea behind the proposed change. David?
Emily, Republican Representative Dean Plucker says he wants voters to decide themselves whether to require a 60% majority vote to approve constitutional amendments. He says Currently, the burden to make those changes is not enough, considering how difficult it is to change an amendment once it has become or gone into effect. Now, right now, the Missouri Constitution only requires a simple majority for an amendment to go into effect. That's 50% plus one of the votes. Now, based on the turnout from the last November election, the proposed change will require about 240,000 more votes for a constitutional amendment to pass.
I'm very respectful of that. At the same time, I want to see things that are changing the Constitution be vetted a little bit more thoroughly, because we can't go back and just make changes like we can with state statute.
Just last week, the House Elections and Elected Officials Committee held a hearing to consider Republican proposals to make changes to the petition process. However, House Minority Leader Crystal Quay says the proposed constitutional amendments could become a barrier for people to engage in the governmental process.
Why is it just now a priority for the folks on the other side of the aisle? You know, one could argue that because of all the initiative petitions that got through in the last election, they don't agree with, as we've seen with multiple attempts to undo the will of voters.
Now, Plucker says his proposal could take years before it becomes into a reality, but he says his goal is to create conversation on the topic. Reporting live in Jefferson City, David Estrada, KOMU8 News.
Boone County deputies arrested a Columbia man today for stealing a car and taking off over the weekend. According to the sheriff's office, Gary C. Skaggs stole the car on Sunday. Deputies say the GM in-car emergency service OnStar led them to a house just south of I-70. That's where they found the car. One deputy told us they're trying to get the car back to its owners. 5 people accused of stealing thousands of dollars in merchandise from a Dick's Sporting Goods and leading police on a weekend chase have been charged. Police responded to a call yesterday afternoon from the Dick's Sporting Goods in Jefferson City. They located a car with 4 women and 1 man inside and tried to pull them over. The car drove 12 miles before police used spike strips to stop them. Police say the group stole more than $3,000 worth of clothing and apparel.
Just to illustrate the large amount of clothing that was recovered. A lot of it was brand new. Some of it was actually struck by vehicles that were on the road because there was some traffic on the road. But we believe we accounted for all the clothing that was strewn about the roadway at the time of the pursuit.
The charges include Class D stealing and resisting arrest. The suspects' bonds were set at $25,000 each. The president is threatening to close down the U.S.-Mexico border, what both sides are saying in response. Plus, we're looking at a shooting that happened today at an Arkansas high school, who the victims were and how it was stopped.
Overnight tonight, we do have some passing clouds. Finally, temperatures don't quite get to freezing, and then we're going to have a warming trend continuing through the middle of this week. More showers, even some thunderstorms possible. I'm tracking all of that in my full forecast coming up.
Happy April Fool's Day. I tweeted to my dozens of followers. I said, if you happen to watch a show Monday, be looking for a major April Fool's prank.
See what Pat has up his sleeve. Weeknights at 6:30 on KOMU8.
Join us for the KOMU8 Storm Mode Severe Weather Special, Thursday at 6:30. We'll prepare you with storm safety tips and our long-range forecast.
The KOMU8 Storm Mode Severe Weather Special, presented by Joe Machins Dealerships and these sponsors. Track storms wherever you are. Download the free KOMU8 Weather and Traffic app. Brought to you by University Subaru.
I'm Chris Kelly. I've devoted my career to protecting the integrity of Columbia and Boone County. As county clerk, judge, and state representative, I've delivered the kind of ethical government you expect. That's why I'm running to be your mayor, to bridge the divide across income, politics, and race that threaten our city's future. With me, open, honest, and transparent is more than a slogan, it's a way of life. Visit me online to learn why and vote on April 2nd. Thank you.
Need glasses now? We have a lens lab in every store and can make them for you in as little as 30 minutes.
2 pairs start at just $38.71, and 91% of our glasses are ready the same day. No one makes glasses faster than iMart Express.
Anyone who calls it a hobby doesn't understand. We know that a person's passion is what drives them. And that's why every memorial we create is a true reflection of the individual. Only a Dignity Memorial professional can celebrate a life like no other. Find out how at dignitymissouri.com.
For breaking news and the day's top stories, count on KOMU 8 and NBC Nightly News to bring you the complete picture from mid-Missouri, across the nation, and around the world. Every day, every night, coverage you can count on.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by the law firm of Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer. We will fight for you.
Welcome back. A shooting at a school in Arkansas this morning involved 2 8th-grade students. It happened at Prescott High School, which serves students from 7th through 12th grades. Police say a 14-year-old brought a gun to school and shot another 14-year-old in the hallway. Officers at the school stopped the student in a matter of seconds since they were already on the property. The suspect is in custody and the victim is in stable condition at a children's hospital. One South Carolina dad is asking questions after his 5th-grade daughter died after a fight at school. 10-year-old Renaya Wright died Wednesday, days after she got hurt in a fight in her classroom. Wright's father says he needs answers.
I'm here today looking for justice for my daughter, and I wanted just to find out what happened, how it happened, and who was involved.
An autopsy was scheduled last Friday, but investigators have released very little information. Several people were found dead inside a family-owned property management business in Mandan, North Dakota this morning. Officers found the bodies when responding to a medical call. Police did not say the exact number of bodies they found inside. The North Dakota Bureau of Criminal Investigation is helping local police. The president threatened to close down the U.S.-Mexico border unless Mexico tries to stop immigrants from coming into the United States. This threat also came with proposing to cut off aid to South American countries like Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador. Democrats think that proposal is counterproductive, and some Republicans agree.
I don't mind threats. Frankly, I think you have to get people's attention. But at the end of the day, do I think it's wise to rescind the aid? No, because I think that stabilizes those regimes to some degree.
Democrats say they plan to fight the president's plan in Congress. Kenton.
Well, temperatures are about 10 degrees warmer right now than they were this time yesterday. We're at 53 in Columbia and Jefferson City. Winds also pretty calm from the south, about 8 miles per hour, a little bit more breezy up to the north. I'm tracking a warming trend that continues this week and rain chances coming up.
Incredible savings on mattresses during the Big Sealy sale now at Slumberland. Save on every Sealy mattress, like the Sealy Posturepedic Plush Pillow Top Queen Mattress for just $4.99. Get up to 60% off during the Big Sealy sale at Slumberland.
At Menards, nobody beats our prices, and now is the perfect time to save on your backyard projects. Add outdoor protection with an all-purpose canopy from Shelter Logic. It's perfect for camping, outdoor events, or protecting vehicles. Right now, just $98. Save on Schultz Sun and Shade, Shady Lawn, Hardy Lawn, or high-traffic grass seed. A 3-pound bag covers up to 2,000 square feet. Your choice, only $6.99 each. During Menards Construction Sale.
Save big money at Menards.
A lot has been said in this campaign. You've seen false attacks and mudslinging from my opponent and his special interest backers. Maybe that's how Chris Kelly would like to get elected, but that won't do a thing to improve Columbia. As your mayor, I led the fight for a city audit and new ethics rules. We added police and 2 new fire stations without raising taxes. Mr. Kelly can focus on falsehoods and mudslinging. I'll focus on you.
We brought together outstanding customer favorites at Slumberland, priced so low, they won't last for long. You're going to save all over the store. So many to choose from. Like this crazy comfortable Lazy Boy recliner for just $2.99. Slumberland, it's a good life.
Closed captioning of KOMU 8 News is brought to you by these KOMU 8 Salute to Service partners.
Family Health Center, primary and preventative health care for the whole family, including dental care.
The providers there are on the cutting edge of the newest things out.
Think of us first when you get sick or if you have a toothache. Also for cleanings and annual checkups.
The collaboration we have allows us to treat their mouth, their mind, and their body.
Including these important services. Family Health Center with 3 convenient Columbia locations. Family Health Center, health and care within reach.
You're a person, not a credit score, but sometimes your score gets in the way of the things you want to do. That's why personal consumer loans through NetCredit are designed to fit real people. Borrow the amount you need, up to $10,000, and choose the repayment terms that work for you. With NetCredit, you may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan. Visit netcredit.com today.
Welcome back. Today, the Supreme Court okayed the lethal injection of a man on death row for a 1996 murder. Russell Bucklew was sentenced to death for murdering a neighbor of his estranged girlfriend. He claims lethal injection would cause him lots of pain due to medical reasons. But in a 5-4 vote, the court says Bucklew failed to show an alternate method of execution that would be better. One justice said the Eighth Amendment's ban on cruel and unusual punishment, quote, does not guarantee a painless death. The Supreme Court also denied a request to block a lawsuit brought by Planned Parenthood today. Planned Parenthood accuses an anti-abortion rights group of secretly filming employees talking about the sale of fetal tissue. The anti-abortion rights group, the Center for Medical Progress, tried to block the lawsuit by saying Planned Parenthood was suppressing its First Amendment rights. Planned Parenthood insists it does not profit from the sale of tissue donations to medical research. An overnight fire in Missouri claimed the life of a 2-year-old boy. Emergency crews were called to a home in Kansas City just before midnight. Firefighters were able to get inside but found the boy unresponsive. The 2-year-old was rushed to the hospital where he later died. 3 other people inside the home made it out safely. Firefighters say there were smoke detectors inside the house, but they did not function properly. Here's what's happening right now. A construction crane fell on top of a cruise ship while it docked in the Grand Bahamas shipyard. The Oasis of the Seas vessel was in a dry dock and out of service at the time of the accident. The cruise line said that in a statement. Bahamas press tweeted there were no deaths, but they are still trying to figure out if anyone got hurt. A woman in Chesterfield is facing second-degree murder charges after running over her boyfriend with her car. Chesterfield police say Catherine Marsh ran over her boyfriend Matthew Baker in a parking lot on Friday. After an investigation, police determined Marsh intentionally hit Baker, intending to cause serious injury. They say an autopsy will help determine exactly how many times Barker was run over.
Well, it is now April, of course, as we know. This is a live look here on our April 1st over the Columbia Regional Airport. It's seeing a lot of blue sky, but we have had just a few clouds passing through here this afternoon. Let's take a look back at the first quarter of 2019. So January, you can see it was kind of all over the place a little bit. Overall, though, it was very snowy for us, as we know. It was the 5th snowiest January we've ever had, the snowiest we've had in about a quarter century, actually. And we even reached a couple records there with our temperatures. February was a little bit more seasonal for us with our temperatures. We were only about 2.2 degrees below average, and for moisture, we were actually pretty average there, about 4 inches of snow, excuse me, which is just about an inch below average. And now for March, you can see our temperatures started off very cold. We started March cold. We ended it eventually a bit warm, but then also cold as well. This last weekend was below average, but we hit our first 70-degree temperature since the day before Halloween in March. So certainly a nice warm one for the end of the month. And overall, it was about the 16th wettest March that we've ever had, with about 1.5 inches over average, above average in that rainfall. Now our average high temperature for the first 5 days of April is 62 degrees. We are going to be around that average tomorrow at 61, 67 on Wednesday. Still fairly seasonal here on Thursday and Friday, but we do have a big warming trend as we head into the weekend, up around 72. That would make it also the warmest we've had since the end of October as well, if we reach above that 70-degree mark. So looking at everything hour by hour now with weathercasts, mostly clear for a lot of our evening hours, but as we head towards sunrise, there's a very weak cold front that's going to push through. And as that happens, we could even have just a few sprinkles kind of squeezing out of that energy. But for the most part, a lot of us are dry. We'll just see some clouds passing through. And then otherwise in the afternoon, a mix of sunshine and cloud cover continues as our warming trend continues as well. You'll notice the warmer temps tomorrow versus this afternoon. And then on Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies. There's a slight chance for some rain north, though, mainly certainly north of I-70, but especially north of I would say Boone County, getting up into Randolph County, Macon County, seeing a chance for some rain in the afternoon. And then as we head overnight, our chances are going to increase for all of us, especially as we head in towards Thursday morning. Here's this rain shower activity moving in from the south. Could have some rumbles of thunder and some lightning as well, but for the most part, it does look like just a rainmaker for us, not necessarily too many thunderstorms. But that continues off and on throughout our day on Thursday. And this time on Thursday, the better chance for the most rainfall accumulation will be along and south of Interstate 70, where we're looking at about a half an inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch of actual rainfall accumulation. So again, that continues on Thursday afternoon. Then on Friday, we're going to hold on to the cloud cover, but we stay fairly dry on Friday. And then remember, on Saturday, that's when we're warming up to that 72-degree mark. It's going to be warm, but it will still be mostly cloudy for the first day of our 2-day weekend. Then as we head into Sunday, it changes a bit because more showers, maybe a thunderstorm, starts to roll in on Sunday too. So our best chance for rain here over the next 7 days is really going to be on Thursday and then again on Sunday and maybe even into Monday as well. Overnight tonight, though, our low temperatures around 35 degrees. South winds about 5 to 10 miles per hour there. We're at 61 tomorrow, a nice warm up from where we were at today. And a lot of that is also with a bit of a breeze. Some gusts around 25 miles per hour out from the west. Then we're at 67 on our Wednesday with a slight chance for that rain mainly north of I-70, and then 58 on Thursday. We all have chances for rain, but the best chance will be south of I-70 for the most rainfall accumulation there on Thursday. Dry on Friday, and we start that warming trend again up to 72 on Saturday with more rain on Sunday and Monday. We'll keep you updated on all of this right here. Stay with us.
With the White House threatening to shut down the southern border, we'll show you exactly what that could mean at home, starting with what's on the dinner table. Then her quest for a new heart touched a lot of people. Now the young girl named Sophia is on a new mission when we see you back tonight.
It's the home makeover sale at Furniture Row. Save big on hundreds of refreshing new room groups, perfect for living, dining, bedroom, and more. Plus, 48 months, no interest. The home makeover sale, on now at Furniture Row.
You plan for everything in life, except the only thing that's for certain. Is it time for a frank discussion with your loved ones about final arrangements? It pays to discuss the details and the price when your family's not under stress. At Bach-Yeager Funeral Chapel, we're not big and corporate. You'll deal directly with our owners. Whether it's a traditional service or a simple cremation, count on Bach-Yeager Funeral Chapel in Columbia, Carr Yeager Funeral Home in Fayette, and Marklin Yeager Funeral Home in New Franklin for personalized service with dignity, care, and respect.
What's the one constant in life? Change. Hi, I'm Doug Wallace with All Weather. What hasn't changed in 25 years is our belief customers deserve competitive upfront pricing, the ability to approve work before it begins, and access to a real technician that's licensed and highly skilled, not a salesperson disguised that way. No matter your issue, plumbing, heating, or cooling, we're there to solve it expertly, on time, and on budget. Next time, call All Weather. We fix stuff. No surprises here.
Hi, this is Kendall Surdike, and at Surdike Yamaha, we have been selling and serving the Ozarks for almost 50 years. We've learned during that time that our customers expect the best in their Yamahas, with same-day service and even courtesy loaner units. That is why at Surdike Yamaha, you receive 1 year of free scheduled maintenance with every new and used recreational Yamaha bought. You can have more fun with your Yamaha boats and wave runners that are assembled right here in the USA and won't have to worry about maintenance costs for the first year because it is on us.
It seems like with life, there's never a dull moment. When it comes to sleep, we don't always get the best rest. Find the cozy comfort, quality, and affordability of the Aspen Collection, all packed in a convenient box, exclusively at Denver Mattress.
Welcome back in your health news. There have already been more measles cases in the U.S. during the first 3 months of 2019 than in all of 2018. The CDC says there have been 387 measles cases through March. There were 372 cases last year. There have been several recent outbreaks in the U.S., most notably in Rockland County, New York. Officials there announced anyone who had not received at least 1 dose of the measles vaccine would not be permitted in any indoor public places like schools, restaurants, or places of worship. A hearing was held today in Kentucky after a high school senior filed a lawsuit against the health department for keeping him from attending school. Jerome Kunkel says he does not believe in the chickenpox vaccine because it is against his religion. His family filed a lawsuit against the Northern Kentucky Health Department after students without proof of vaccination or proof of immunity against the infection were banned from school for 21 days following an outbreak. The school ban also included extracurricular activities. Lung cancer is the leading cause of cancer-related death in both men and women. However, if it is detected early enough, chances increase that you will survive the disease. A Florida hospital is actually using new technology to detect the disease faster. Doctors are using the new Monarch robot to diagnose lung cancer sooner and safer. The screening program has identified dozens of patients that benefit from it.
New technology, we're able to get out a little farther into the lung tissue and take biopsies that we previously were not able to do.
Sarasota Memorial Hospital is one of the first 10 hospitals to begin using the robot. We'll be right back after this.
Coming up tomorrow on KOMU 8 News Today.
The latest trends in renewable energy lands on the Missouri campus. We'll have a preview.
Plus, we'll preview your election day tomorrow morning.
Any traffic delays, we'll let you know from the Right Now desk.
And Election Day looks to be a little warmer with a chance for rain in the morning. All of the details.
Great days begin with great mornings. KOMU 8 News Today. Coverage you can count on.
A lot has been said in this campaign. You've seen false attacks and mudslinging from my opponent and his special interest backers. Maybe that's how Chris Kelly would like to get elected, but that won't do a thing to improve Columbia. As your mayor, I led the fight for a city audit and new ethics rules. We added police and 2 new fire stations without raising taxes. Mr. Kelly can focus on falsehoods and mudslinging. I'll focus on you.
Better hearing doesn't have to come in one-size-fits-all types that big box stores sell.
At Jones Beltone, you can select any size or type to fit your needs and budget.
We have custom crafted styles.
We have behind-the-ear styles.
And of course, we have the tiniest deep canal style.
Whatever you think you need, we have it all at Jones Beltone Hearing Center.
If you want to hear better, call Jones Beltone.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about coming together. It's families, friends. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud.
Welcome to Delicious.
Hey folks, Jerry and Alec, Continental Siding. It's time for a good spring cleaning. We've got siding too short to be seamless, but too long to be recycled. So we're having a seams on the back of the house sale.
If we can use our shorter pieces of siding on the back of your home to make a few seams, we'll make the front and 2 sides totally seamless. It's almost like getting the back done free.
This won't last long, so click or call now.
University Subaru believes every animal deserves a safe home. That's why we're a proud sponsor of KOMU 8's Pet Corner.
Hi everyone, on today's Pet Corner we have Blake. Blake is a very good boy. He is a terrier mix who's about a year old. He loves scratches behind the ears and he is just a happy dog. He loves to cuddle and he does well with other calm dogs. He enjoys fetching tennis balls and eating peanut butter as well. If you're interested in him, you can call 573-443-PETS or visit cmhspets.org.
Welcome back. A social media post making fun of people with Down syndrome led to 2 employees with Montauk County Sheriff's Office getting fired. KOMU 8's Kasha Carriage is here in the studio with what the Facebook post said and the county's response.
This picture was posted by Dylan Davenport, a jail employee in the Montauk County. He referred to people with mental disabilities in a picture saying, quote, "It's a Downs party." Tagged in the post was Lieutenant Kevin Morse. The sheriff says he does not monitor all employees' social media accounts, but they do have a strict policy. The original Facebook post happened last Tuesday, but it wasn't until today that the employees were fired. In the studio, Kasha Carriage, KOMU 8 News.
Coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, you won't believe where police found a man after a car chase. Plus, we'll break down what to expect at tonight's City Council meeting. Kenton.
All right, here's a look at your temperatures. 53 there in Columbia and Jeff City. A warmer one tomorrow.
On air, online, on Facebook, on Twitter, on the news.